Absolute power corrupts absolutely every single time. You can set your watch to it, and whatever situation or whatever person has the absolute reign over a particular place, area, or thing, they're going to corrupt if they have absolute power. See, everybody's secretly angling at power, trying to get it, hold it, maintain it. And plus we live in this passive aggressive, politically correct politician society where people tell you lies with a smile on your face, with a smile on their face. And then as soon as you turn around, they put the knife in your back and you're like, what the hell happened? So you have to be on your P's and Q's in today's society, especially with all the misinformation floating around. So before we get too far into this video, I just want to remind you guys to like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like the video, because we got to break down all the areas in which these power dynamics are happening to give you guys a better insight to what's going on. So we have that. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, all the ways you can support in the description below. I'll give you guys just a quick second. Always be aware of the power dynamics at any given situation. See, as men, we tend to overlook the social settings and not pay attention. When you go out to party, you're not worried about what the bouncer's doing, what the bartenders are doing, what the club owner is doing, what different things between different human beings, with different situations of what's going on. You kind of just go around to the club, get you a drink, and you just kind of post up and laugh and dance or whatever. Talk, it is what it is. Not really paying attention to the whole situation. So, first of all, you need to stop that, because if you have that mindset, just leaving the house, you're going to be unprepared when something goes wrong. So, but with everything, see, man is a political animal, meaning that we're supposed to have structure, hierarchy, all those types of things, order, structure. So every system, every person that's at the top should have a checks and balance system. Because like the saying goes, the reason why a person corrupts up top is because there's nobody that's able to check them. They have total control, total power, total authority. And there's nobody to offset his power. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. Anybody or most people that have 100% power cannot be trusted. As a matter of fact, you probably should leave that area if it's like a job or something. So, real life examples. We all have that one boss, manager, supervisor, that was just always putting his authority in your face. Hey, I can fire you if you keep doing that. Hey, I'm the supervisor. I will this, I'm able to do all this and that. Their ego corrupts. Just like in sports, you guys are seeing what Sean Payton is doing to Russell. I forget the dang dude's name, Russell Wilson. But you see what he's doing to him. Well, Sean Payton has absolute power. He can hire, fire whoever he wants to do. And he didn't want Russell Wilson, which is why he's trying to get every justification to get him out of the way. It's not that Russell Wilson is horrible and he benched him because he's horrible. He benched him because he didn't like him or he didn't want him as his quarterback. And so this is where this stupid shit comes into play. If you have a pastor or a church that doesn't have deacons and elders, if you have a business that just has a CEO and owner, there's no board of regents, there's no shareholders there to shift the power here and there, or if somebody has a majority stake in the business, which means they have the majority say so, there's a high likelihood that that organization is going to corrupt. You should side high everything that doesn't have checks and balances. But those are more obvious things. What about some things that are not as obvious? Have you guys ever noticed, let's say you're out somewhere and you're shopping for clothes. You found some new clothes at this mall. You want to try them on at the fitting room. You knock on the door. There's somebody in the fitting room. And then it seems like the person in the fitting room goes a little bit slower because they know that you're waiting. See, in that situation, that person has complete power over that fitting room. So that makes them double check and go slower and, text somebody back, all this stuff. They have the absolute power of that dynamic. And it frustrates you because you're like, hey, why don't you just be a little bit considerate? If somebody knocks on the door, that means somebody's waiting. They don't want to be inconvenienced. Maybe I should go faster, but some people go slower. Power dynamic. Different form of absolute power corrupted. Absolutely. Texting. Have you ever noticed between men and women, or just people, period, the person that has to reply is in the power position. So if you send a message, that other person has the power because it's that power of anticipation. It's that they can or cannot reply, which forces some people, depending on who that person is, to literally stand by the phone and wait. And people know that. That's why when you tip women off that you're too thirsty, that's why when you tip men off that you're too needy and desperate, they take their time because they know they got power over the situation. You just let them know that they have the power. That's why. That's a power dynamic between texting. It goes deeper than that. Sexual games. Once a woman knows that she'll do anything for that cat, for that box, she'll drag you around town making you do all types of stuff because you're easily manipulated. Take whatever situation it is. This is why you don't act desperate and needy. This is why you don't double text. It's because that person is just it just confirmed that you're submissive in that mode at that moment. And so, like I just said, guys, earlier, most people corrupt with power. Most people can't wield power correctly. Most people aren't noble with power, especially women. They corrupt 10 times out of 10. That vindictive, emotional state that they have, they go overboard. See, with men, at least there's a little bit of rational and logic. And plus there's a physical threat. So that can sometimes cause the man to be a little bit more noble and incentivize him to be just a little bit more noble. But hopefully you guys took some value away from this. Don't click off the video before you watch this other video in the top corner, top left corner, or top right corner, whichever one it is. I appreciate you guys watching. Check out the new video. See you in the next one.